welcome to my writing stuff with Adora Hooper. Last week I talked a little bit about how far I have gotten for my sequel, and I also announced that I have a prequel in the making too. My prequel is almost 4,000 words in length, and I will also remind you that a book has to be at least 20,000 words before it's considered a novel, and my other book was just over 30,000 words. So I'm going to aim for 30,000 words again, maybe a little bit more. Last week I also announced a competition, and today will be the first day of the competition. I'm going to read a little section here out of one of my books, and then it's up to you guys to guess if it's book number 1, which is the sequel, or if it's book number 2, which is the prequel. All right answers will have a chance at being awarded a gift basket from me. So here goes. Once on board the stranger's ship, Neiman was quickly assigned a room where he and the babies would stay. He was also supplied with 2 bottles of a nutritious formula to feed the babies. He settled in quickly and proceeded to feed his children, knowing that these were the last moments he would be allowed to spend with them. As the babies greedily consumed the warm milk that Neiman held for them, he allowed himself to fall in love with these last reminders of Deborah. Once they were fed, he watched them sleep. Neiman knew that when he returned home, the babies would be taken away from him to be raised by the king. He knew that he held no right to them. The king had made him sign that right away when he had been forced to divorce Deborah. Deborah had always said that she'd make sure her children knew their rightful father, but now she was dead. He was sure that King Zonian would be very unwilling to keep that promise. So he relished this alone time with his daughters. You both will never remember this, but I love you so much. I'd give anything for either of you, Neiman whispered as he kissed their foreheads. He then lay down on his cot until a knock sounded at the door. Neiman answered the door and was surprised to find the captain in charge of the ship. Hello, Neiman. I'm truly sorry about your losses. We have both your employer's body and your ship on board. Please come with me to show you where you want to go. I have brought Commander Sarah to watch the twins while we are gone. Thank you, but I am going to have to tell you here. I can't leave my charges. They are my responsibility, Neiman replied as he glared at this Sarah character who was cuddling with his children. He had a sneaky suspicion that these strangers were trying to separate him from his children. Fine. Commander Sarah, please bring us a map, the captain ordered. As Sarah left, he turned back to Neiman. Tell me more about who you are, who the babies are, who their mother was, and about the history of the royal family. I was just Princess Deborah's pilot and confidant. Princess Deborah was King Zonian's only child. She was next in line to rule Turbia. Neiman kept his answers brief, glad that he didn't have to explain any of his heritage. There was no reason to bring up the special genes that the 2 girls possessed. He was very grateful to the captain for the ride, but he would not trust the twins' biggest secret with anyone. Just then, Commander Sarah returned, and Neiman quickly pointed out Turbia. The captain said that they would arrive there the next day, and the only thing left to do was get a good night's rest. They all said their farewells, and Neiman was left to crash onto his bunk. Neiman sighed as he thought about everything that had happened in the last few hours. He was having a really hard time accepting that his wife was dead, and that his children would soon be ripped from him as well. He knew he should stop thinking about it before he started crying again. At least he wouldn't have to worry about the future for too much longer. It would only be a short amount of time before they were back home. Neiman got up to check on his kids one last time before collapsing again on his cot. He was exhausted from the day's events. He slowly closed his eyes and fell asleep almost instantly. So, now it's your guys' turn to guess whether that was from my sequel or from my prequel. Good luck, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I am excited to share with you guys all the progress I've been getting every week on my books. And I hope that I have your guys' support for when they come out. Alright, thank you. Bye.